All right, let's dive into something incredible today. The story of Our Lady of Licheń. We're looking at an article all about this Marian apparition and the shrine in Poland, and let me tell you, it's got everything.
It's really captivating, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking miraculous images, wartime stories, prophecies, healings.
Even papal recognition.
Yeah, whole 9 yards.
I think for anyone of faith, but especially Catholics, this story really resonates.
It's like a reminder that Our Lady is always there, especially when things are tough.
Yeah, especially during those times.
So let's go back to 1813, Poland's fighting for independence.
Right in the thick of the Napoleonic Wars.
And we've got this Polish soldier, Tomasz Kłosowski.
Oh, Tomas's story is just, it's incredible.
Seriously. He's gravely wounded on the battlefield. I mean, the article says he was shot in the leg, injured on his side, even a head injury. They left him for dead.
And it's in that moment, in that utter despair, that he cries out to Our Lady.
You can't even imagine, right?
It's hard to fathom. The smoke, the chaos of battle, and then
A vision.
a vision. Bathed in light, Our Lady appears to him.
Oh, wow.
She comforts him, promises him healing.
That's powerful.
But she also gives him this mission. She tells him to find her image and share it with all of Poland.
It gives me chills just thinking about it. To be on the brink of death, and then to be given that kind of hope, that purpose.
It really makes you think, even in the darkest times, grace can find us.
It really can. But finding that image, that wasn't a walk in the park, was it?
No, not at all. The article says he spent years searching, driven by his faith and the memory of Our Lady.
Years. That's dedication.
Imagine the perseverance to hold on to that sliver of hope for so long.
It's truly inspiring.
It is. It's a testament to the power of belief, even when you can't see the finish line. And then finally, in 1836,
He finds it.
yes, in a simple roadside shrine, he recognizes it instantly.
What did it look like?
It had these sorrowful eyes, a golden cloak with emblems of the Passion. It even had an inscription, Queen of Poland, grant peace to us.
Wow. What strikes me is how it was hidden in plain sight. Not some grand display, but a humble roadside shrine.
It's a good point. Maybe it's a reminder that sometimes the answers we're looking for are closer than we think.
And right there, that's just the beginning, right? The article mentions miracles associated with the image, starting with Tomasz himself.
Of course. She promised him healing, and he received it.
But there's more.
There's always more with these stories. The image reportedly wept, and a voice told Tomasz to move the image into the forest.
It's like Our Lady was orchestrating everything, leading it to where it needed to be.
Like pieces falling into place. Then, in 1850, she appears again. This time to a shepherd, Mikołaj Sikotka.
Mikołaj. His story is what really hooked me. A humble shepherd entrusted with these incredible messages.
He was told to preach penance, warned about a cholera outbreak, and given instructions to build a shrine.
Such weighty messages. It's like a direct line from heaven to the people of Poland.
And the details are fascinating. Our Lady didn't just give general advice. She gave specific instructions, even about how the priest should act. It's a powerful mix of warning and hope.
And then, 1852 hits.
Cholera, just as Our Lady warned.
You can't tell me that didn't strengthen people's faith.
Imagine witnessing that devastation. The epidemic raging and people flocking to this image, praying for healing and relief.
I can only imagine. What did the church do? With all these miracles happening, the prophecy about the cholera. It must have been a whirlwind.
Well, they did what they had to do, launched an official investigation.
Makes sense.
And in the end, the image was moved to the parish church.
A major step.
Definitely. It was an acknowledgement of everything happening in Licheń. But they couldn't have known what was coming next. This was just the beginning of something much bigger.
Well, now I need to hear more. What happens next in this amazing story?
We'll have to get into that after a quick break.
Okay, so we've got Our Lady of Licheń enshrined in the parish church. You'd think that would be the end of the story, right? But something tells me there's more.
Oh, yeah. This is just Act 1.
So what happens?
Well, as you can imagine, word starts to spread. People hear about the miracles, the image itself. More and more pilgrims start coming to Licheń.
That makes sense. People are drawn to those stories of the miraculous, especially when times are tough. And remember, Poland is still under foreign rule.
Exactly. Think about it. You've got Our Lady associated with the white eagle, the symbol of Poland. She's literally called the Queen of Poland.
So she becomes this symbol of hope, of resilience for the people.
Precisely. And as we head into the 20th century, that hope is going to be more important than ever.
Oh, right. World War II. What happens to the shrine during the war?
Well, Poland gets occupied, right, and even churches aren't safe. The article says the church and even the rectory in Licheń, they're confiscated.
Wow. Even the occupying forces saw the power of this place.
It's like they knew it was a focal point for Polish identity, for resistance.
Did they destroy the image?
Thankfully not. It was hidden, protected throughout the war. Another testament to the people's faith and devotion.
It's remarkable how faith finds a way, even in the darkest of times. Sort of like those stories of relics and treasures hidden away for safekeeping.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And then when the war ends, Licheń gets a new guardian. The Marian Fathers.
Ah, the Marian Fathers, famous for their devotion to Mary. It seems fitting.
It really does. And they play a crucial role in the post-war revival of Licheń. The shrine, like much of Poland, had been damaged during the war.
So the Marian Fathers helped to restore it.
Exactly. They saw the importance of rebuilding, not just physically, but spiritually. They knew Licheń wasn't just about bricks and mortar. It was about restoring the soul of a nation.
This is an amazing story. We've got apparitions, miracles, wartime preservation, but it still feels like something's missing. Official recognition from the church, right?
You got it. And it comes in a big way. In 1965, Pope Paul VI himself officially recognizes the image as miraculous.
That's huge. Decades after the apparitions, the church confirms Our Lady was truly present at Licheń.
It's a powerful validation of everything that had happened up to that point, but he goes even further.
He did.
He orders the image to be crowned.
Wow, a papal coronation. That's got to be a sight to behold.
1967, Cardinal Wyszynski, the primate of Poland, crowns the image in front of 150,000 people. Can you imagine?
Wow. Just picture it. After all they endured, a nation coming together to honor their queen, their protector.
It's a powerful image of faith triumphant. But of course, the story doesn't end there. Licheń keeps growing as a pilgrimage site. And then in 1999, Pope John Paul II, a Polish pope, consecrates a new basilica in Licheń.
The basilica. It's massive.
Modeled after St. Peter's in Rome, the biggest church in Poland, one of the biggest in the world.
So I had a journey from that little image found on a roadside shrine, huh?
It really is. It's a testament to the power of faith and the enduring legacy of Our Lady of Licheń.
It makes you wonder, what does Licheń represent today? What can we learn from all of this? And how can it inspire us in our own lives of faith?
That's what we're going to explore as we wrap up our deep dive into the remarkable story of Our Lady of Licheń.
It's amazing to think about all that's unfolded in the story of Our Lady of Licheń. A real testament to faith and resilience, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It really highlights the constant presence of Our Lady in our lives.
It makes me wonder, what does Licheń represent today? It's not just a historical footnote, is it?
Oh, not at all. The sanctuary of Our Lady of Licheń is still a huge pilgrimage site.
Really? Like, how many people are we talking?
Millions every year.
Millions. Wow. What draws all those people to Licheń now?
I think it's the same hope and healing we see throughout the whole story. People looking for comfort, praying for miracles, wanting to connect with Our Lady.
Makes sense. There's something about these sacred places.
There is. You can feel it at Licheń.
It's like a tangible sense of peace in the sacred. Like a step away from the everyday world, back to what really matters.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And it's not just individual pilgrims, you know. The shrine is a big part of the church in Poland today.
How so?
Retreats, conferences, big celebrations. It really fosters a sense of community, of shared faith.
It's this living, breathing center of faith, where history meets present devotion. But it goes beyond Poland, doesn't it?
I think it does. Those messages Our Lady gave about prayer, penance, trusting in God's mercy, they're timeless.
They really are. Always relevant.
Especially in our world today, with so much uncertainty, it's like a path toward peace and stability.
Like a roadmap from Our Lady on how to live with faith and hope. But it's not just about rules, is it?
Right. It's about that personal encounter, seeing how she's working in our own lives.
That's what I keep thinking about with Tomas and Mikołaj.
Their stories are incredible.
They were called to act, and they answered that call with such faith. It makes you wonder, how are we being called? What's God saying to us?
Powerful questions.
This whole deep dive has really got me reflecting on my own faith. The moments I've felt Our Lady there, guiding me. Maybe that's the real legacy of Our Lady of Licheń.
What do you mean?
It inspires us to look for those moments of grace in our own lives.
I love that. And maybe for some listening, this sparks a desire to learn more about Licheń, maybe even visit someday.
It's truly an incredible place.
However it touches you, nurture that spark. Let it deepen your connection with the divine.
So well said. And as we wrap up, I can't help but think about those words on the miraculous image.
Queen of Poland, grant peace to us.
A beautiful prayer. May Our Lady of Licheń intercede for us all, bringing peace to our hearts, our families, and our world. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. May this story continue to inspire you, uplift you, and strengthen your faith.